Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Company of Heroes 2. It's actually been a while since we've casted this. The videos we've been posting on the channel lately have been pretty old ones actually, so we are glad to be returning here. And we do have a match on the May Balance preview, and there's a bit of a special difference in this video. Oh, well, no, there's two of them. There are two things that make this video different. Number one is the glorious 60 FPS goodness. What's number two, Blake?
Well, the other one, GGTheMachine, is, oh, you're playing in this game.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to be playing this one, and the reason why is because this is the May Balance preview, and we're keen to cast some more, because we're kind of sick of the regular build, but no one's playing this mod, and no one's posting replays, so kind of out of desperation, I had a game with Burmie, and it ended up being a really good match, as we will see for ourselves.
And I have no idea of the outcome, so I get to hype cast it, and I'm keen for that.
Yeah, that's basically right, but I mean, we don't normally cast our own games because when you play in a game, you obviously know exactly what's going to happen. So for me, I don't really have any hype, or because I mean, like, I know it's going to happen, so there's no tension. Whereas, you know, as for a shoutcast, that's very integral to getting hype, getting keen. So I guess I'll be delivering more the analysis and providing my thoughts on why I did things, my kind of perspective, which hopefully will be interesting here. So,
and I'll be enjoying watching the machine play video games, something I do quite often and do much enjoy, because he's a pretty damn decent player.
Oh, as I should also point out, this is my first game of Coh2 in like a month. I've been playing a lot of StarCraft 2 because I'm kind of waiting for the new patch to come out for Coh2. And yeah, so I'm a little bit rusty here, and Burmie, this is his first time playing the Balance Preview mod, so we're both not quite playing our best, but you know, I think we still do give a pretty entertaining match overall. So I'm going for con spam, and that's what I normally do. It's a very open map, so I don't think it's a very good map for Maxims, and penals are definitely buffed in this, and snipers would be strong as well, but I don't really like going tier 1 because I feel like it can leave you quite vulnerable to flak half track or Panzer 2.
There's a lot of potential coming out from the light vehicles of the OKW. Like a pretty decent engagement here. The machine's found a nice one. Storm Pioneer is not exactly at the ideal range. Cons are still DPSing them quite hard. The 10 con strat has been broken down to 8, and the machine should end up losing this one. Didn't really drop as many Storm Pioneer models as I thought you were going to.
So the reason why Burmie didn't charge in there, that road's negative cover.
Yeah.
So I think if he charged in, he would have taken too much losses. And if it was a regular situation, he may have done so.
I actually thought you were going to drop more models than that, but that's alright. So,
the Storm Pioneers, yeah, I was surprised only 2 of them died.
Yeah.
So the map's going to be pretty even for now. I mean, here I want to try and deny his fuel, but he's behind the heavy... Oh, that was in light cover. I thought that was heavy cover when I played that.
Yeah.
If that was only light cover, I probably would have charged it. And even if it was heavy cover, if it was 2 full squads, I probably would have charged it. But it was 10 models. So I know he's going for this cutoff here. So what I'm trying to do is I really want this house, because I don't want him to get that house with an MG34. That'd be really annoying. And it gives good control of the middle. However, he's going for my cutoff and also a fuel, which is a little bit frustrating.
It's starting to knock away at the machine's economy. Should be winning a fair few of these engagements. Very low health. The Volks Grenadier squad will lose quite hard in that situation. And sandbags as well, not quite finishing. The machine being nice and quick in getting his squads back out in the field, which is quite important. You don't want to delay it for too long in terms of your reinforcing, otherwise you can end up trying to fight squads behind heavy cover.
So this is his cutoff here. So I tried to focus down that squad to get the wipe, but it wasn't quite able to. Now we just go into the house to try and buy time. There's a lot of windows on this side, so you can actually trade very effectively from there, but there's no window here. So you can easily flush this out just by getting a squad, preferably Stim Pioneers just below that one.
Storm Pioneers are great. Even against windows, Storm Pioneers are great up in close range against garrisons. So one of the nice tools, and it will be the battle group being thrown down by Burmie. Smart decision. Due to the early engagement, some of his squads were quite low. Storm Pioneers nowhere close to enough veterancy to have access to throwing down some medical crates. So going for the battle group headquarters was the nice safe option.
So at this stage, I actually think he didn't realize that the window situation, because he kind of sits here and trades. He gets a nade off though, weird animation, so I didn't dodge it because it didn't quite come off properly.
Maybe that was the play, probably. Like make it look like the Volks were focusing the other con squad and then throw behind with the Inzini nade. It was actually well covered. That's hard to. I wouldn't have predicted that.
So now we have the STGs online. We'll give a bit of a damage buff to the Volks Grenadiers, it's actually a very big swing against conscripts. Conscripts kind of suffer against the STG Volks. I find they can trade quite well with riflemen, and I mean even bars at some stage. But against conscripts, it's very one-sided. You have to really rely on numbers in cover to kind of to get a better trade. So I was trying to flush out the squads behind the cover there, the heavy cover with the engineers, but I realized the squad was far too low. I can merge, but when I got 4 models and 20% health, you know, it's pretty annoying. So instead I went for this squad here. I saw he went for the nade, but a little bit late with the dodge, obviously.
That was a pretty good one.
2 models.
Yeah.
But still, the territory is mostly in my favor, so I think I'm been doing pretty well. And so I got the tier 2 now. I actually built another squad. And, I mean, for 2 reasons, because my engineer was in a really good spot. The flamer was giving me a lot of extra combat power. But also, I just wanted the extra squad for a minesweeper. Like, against good players, you always have to have a minesweeper. The flamer gives a lot of utility and strength, but, you know, getting a minesweeper, just do it. Don't be a noob and not get minesweepers. Wise
words, Machine. Thank you for imparting them. Machine, also not a noob. He has access to the... Man, it's been ages since we casted Coh2. I forgot the name of, like, Soviet medics for a second. I actually was just, like, thinking of... I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, it has access to them. So we'll have his squads on full health while they're engaging. Nice Ura to dodge away from the Storm Pioneer's effective combat range.
I think I'm still with that nade.
A little bit.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake there. I kind of thought I was out of it.
Focusing the right squad, though.
I don't know if that was in the threshold
yeah, I think
or
that
it
was the
ignored
threshold.
cover.
I was going to say, if you focused the Storm Pioneers, they would have counted us behind heavy cover, whereas I think the cons focusing the Volks negated the heavy cover. So, Flak Half-Track going to be here for Burmie.
At this stage, I hear it.
Yeah.
Like, this is the camera. I can hear the Flak Half-Track. So I knew it was here. So, but looking at my fuel count... I actually didn't go for AT grenades or resist gun. I'm going straight for a T70. This is actually a bit of a misclick here. They didn't finish. I accidentally moved away the engineers.
Oh, that was the misclick,
yeah,
was it? Okay.
No, that wasn't it.
Bro, that's a pretty big misclick.
That is a big misclick, but that isn't the misclick.
Dude.
There is a big misclick to look forward to.
Dude, that's next level, though, because... we've heard of the machine cap where you don't quite cap a point. This is the machine building where you don't quite finish a building and move the engineers away. And that is truly next level, my friend.
I could try and make up some strategy about like, oh, so I can cancel it if I want to, but no, it was a mistake. And it delays my T7 a little bit. I have the feel for it, so as a result, I retreat this. It's not a huge delay, but a little bit annoying. So what I try and get behind the cover here. Yeah, it doesn't quite work though. But anyway, still the territory is pretty even. I mean, the VPs are a little bit behind, but with this Flak Half-Track, and also the MG. Oh, there's a Raket, but I mean, I assume there was an MG in here. It's kind of hard to go for these VPs.
Better to play it safe. And this is where we have had issues with some players where you don't have the advantage in terms of unit power, but you still decide to pressure it. Excuse me, to push out on the field, and you end up just manpower bleeding. You don't actually achieve anything, find any points, you just end up manpower bleeding. So at this point, until the machine gets a T70, the idea is stick behind heavy cover, try and hold on to the points like a fuel and a VP, and just leave it at that. Don't try and push out on the field, don't try and cap at extra points or go for cutoffs, because you don't have the advantage in terms of armed forces until the T70 arrives. So just play it safe, play it cool.
I can split up though, like for example, I want this point and this point, and... you can't go for both with a Flak Half-Track, so... But yeah, I know it's here in the middle, and I'm not going to push through, but I try and kind of flank around the left, try and push around the right. I don't really have any squads here, though. I think the engineer had to retreat, though.
PBSH is going to be online as well. It gives them a nice damage boost. PBSHs are pretty good.
They're insanely strong against STG Volks. With PPSH, it actually is a massive swing in the favor of conscripts. You are up to them. And so this is actually a bit of a misplay from Burmie because he runs forward for the Faust, but they just kite it out in the open. And insanely good RNG.
T70. Oh, God. That's brutal. It's on 7 kills. Been out for like 30 seconds. Oh, nice repair.
It wouldn't have mattered though, I was out of range. I didn't know how far it was.
Yeah.
I just played it safe. Popped to the repair. And now that I have the PPSH, I can be more aggressive. So I think I charged in here because I assumed that he would have sent this over because of the T70. But no, he left it there in the middle, so I have to retreat.
Just the smart move. Nice and safe. Burmie playing it smart with the Raketin as well, always important, especially if you know the Soviets heading towards a T70, which is pretty obvious why the machine's build is going to go into Tier 2 into a T70. Like, there's no reason they shouldn't go that. So, talk me through the commander choice, Machine.
Well, I really wanted PPSHs. I mean, this commander was pretty. And look at that. I mean, this is without STDs, obviously, but PPSHs have always been good. But now without Shreks, so he actually doesn't realize I have nades here, and I tech nades, so I nade him here. So then what I try and do is, because I've naded him, now I rotate my T70 over to try and finish him off. And the guard's there as well with the DPs. Oh, no, the
PPSHs. Sorry, the
PTRS, yeah.
Both of us missed the mark. PTRSs, of course, yeah.
I personally think T70s are really OP.
Yeah.
200 manpower is
I can't believe there wasn't a change. Surely,
yeah,
in the Mobile's premium mod, yeah, it's too cheap and too effective for what it is. So this could be a nice opportunity for Burmie to bait, and he is. He has the Raketin set up in the middle, but he's actually facing the wrong way. That's unlucky. We'll have to reface that one. He's turning now. First shot comes out from the Raketin. The machine's going to have to go forward. You really have
get
to
behind the house and block the shot, but it's still fired through.
Yeah.
Got the kill. It would have been at the very end, but that's okay because I can get this Raketin.
Yeah, it kind of phased through the house. That's unfortunate. Raketin's going to be secured by the machine, so that's a nice little victory, at least getting an AT gun. Should go on the mass retreat here.
Good focus by Burmie though. He goes for the Raketin. Yeah. Still, looks like I actually lucked this one out. I think he reloads or something.
That's lucky,
Raketin survives. So I think that's not necessarily a bad trade because I get the Raketin.
Yeah. Not a bad commitment from the machine as well. The main thing when it comes to microing away from... What? Here we go. Going for the truck. Caught out of position. Is probably going to be able to finish this one off with the small arms. Brilliant machine. That's actually a pretty big blow for Burmie. Not only is it going to delay his tier structure, it's also the expense of having to rebuild the truck if he gets it. Will you get it? I think you'll get it.
No spoilers.
Come on! Come on! Yes! On your conscripts. Nice. Burmie. Damn. Yeah, man, damn.
I would have been so mad if that didn't die.
Yeah.
I guess I got it, but I would have been very mad if it didn't.
It's pretty intense. So as I was saying earlier, when it comes to getting inside the arc of an AT gun, the main thing is just to commit to a direction. Don't get flustered. Commit. You're either going to go in or you're going to go out, but you have to make the decision. And once you make the decision, stick to it. Indecision will absolutely lose you a tank when you're out in front of a AT gun. Thank you, Lord, for Maybalance preview changes on mines.
Now, the best thing about Burmie is like, oh, it's fine. There's no T70.
Yeah.
I killed his T70. It's fine. I don't need to retreat.
No.
Just kidding. Because here comes the T70.
Brutal. You're going to chase that squad down, aren't you, machine? Dude, a light breeze could kill that squad.
That's kind of one of the things that make T70s OP is because they only cost 200 manpower. It's really easy to rebuild them, especially in that kind of that late game situation where you have a float of fuel.
Oh, solid work here from Burmie. He's actually changed the positioning of the MG34. Moved it away from the center house where I'm assuming the machine assumed it was.
No, there's two MGs.
Oh, well, there are two of them. Okay, right. I should have probably looked at the icons before making a decision. However, it's still nice to have an MG on this flank as well. It's a pretty obvious route to walk units
Now,
through.
this is the MG42 because his fortifications.
Yeah.
You can actually call that in. Though Relic have said that they're going to actually change
I thought they
this.
had changed
They haven't yet.
Okay.
They said they're going to, which I don't like. I hope they don't replace it with something stupid. And it's been a while since they've updated the mod, and they haven't. So I want to see what they actually do instead. But yeah, MG42 is just obviously much better than the MG34, but you can only get it if you're fortifications. It replaces the call-in, where the MG34 is on the HQ.
Yeah. Very nice. So T70 back out in action, really a good choice for the machine. I take it you have tech nades, of course, but it's just another option to limit the effectiveness of the flak half trick. And T70 is just a brilliant unit anyway.
So I go for the flank here. I went around the side and then Urad through. I couldn't quite collapse though because there's actually the flak half track here.
I like this. Deciding not to molly. That was actually the correct decision. Actually, gonna get quite low and having to retreat. So that was the correct decision because obviously, you're gonna lose the squad. You're gonna lose the squad. Rest in peace. It was the correct decision. Yeah, trying to get the Raketin in, but it's hitting a lot of hedge.
That's an attack round. I don't think you can fight through that.
Okay. So
T70. I got the MG in the house.
It did. Okay, nice. Yeah, managing to clear that one out. Thought I hit Faust. Okay, maybe not. It was the correct decision because throwing a molly, yeah, sure, that's good area effect on the ground over time, but you also lose 1 model worth of the PPSH DPS, which can be pretty important in that situation where the machine knew it was enough damage to take out the MG, so throwing the Molotov would have actually taken away from potential damage output of the squad rather than adding to it.
Yeah, I think
Burmie retreated.
throwing the Molotov was a really good idea, especially because I didn't have Molotovs.
That'll do it. I'm sorry, I just looked at the amount of conscript squads you have and assumed you did it. Okay, even in that position though, I mean, my logic still applies.
Yeah,
Assume the
for
machine had Molotovs, you wouldn't have thrown one in
And
that
then
situation.
also,
so,
I couldn't
yeah.
steal an MG if it's mollied.
Yeah.
But I couldn't anyway because the flak half-track was there, obviously. So notice how I preemptively have my engineers nearby my T-70. So if I get hit by a Raket, it's not a big deal. Basically, I want to split up my AT. I got my Raket on the right side, T-70 on the left. So this flak half-track isn't going to be a big deal.
Getting a bit of mine placement down as well, which is always a plus.
So my problem is I can't get this middle VP because he has this flak half-track. So I'm kind of stuck in this awkward spot where I'm going to try and harass him around the sides, but the VPs in themselves are a bit too dangerous for the moment because of the headquarters, the MGs, and the flak half-track.
Looking towards our VPs, 337 for the machine, 474 for Burmie, thanks to that middle VP control. Oh, nice dodge machine.
Well, it was suppressed. I can't dodge when it's suppressed.
Dude,
but
I'll take it when I can get it.
Now, at this stage, a bit of a mistake. I should have used hit the dirt. I did that a bit later on, but kind of for now, I kind of forgot. You don't have a lot of time to use it before it actually, because you can't use it when you're suppressed. It prevents suppression, but it won't break suppression. And also, I should have got Molotovs. This is kind of a mistake. I kind of forgot about them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Again, a little bit rusty, but...
I mean, I assumed you would have had Molotovs, but...
I mean, for now, what I really want is I want to get a tank out. I want to rush the SU-85 out. Because I know he has his Panzer headquarters, it's the timing. He's going to have a tank pretty soon. And we see the Panzer IV building now. But I'm still a little bit off, so I actually go for the Zis gun. So I get both a Raket and a Zis. Plus with guards, plus AT grenades. It's all the AT I need to stall out. Oh, I missed that. Okay, what happened here? Once we see my conscript die. He retreated with 2 models. This squad here retreated. I tried to ambush it to get the wipe, but it didn't get it, and then I retreat.
A terrible retreat path.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's a lot of flak, man. Flak half track and a Panzer headquarters. It's not fantastic.
So I got the mortar to clear out the little garrison. I've had it for a while now though, and kind of deal with these MGs. So this mortar, a very good investment when you're versing with Campy's playstyle, which of course we are in this game. I am.
Hasn't got another squad of STGs. Maybe Burmie's forgotten about it.
Yeah, that's really weird.
Not to.
That's strange. I don't know why he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of an upgrade that it's not really a downgrade. It's not like PPSHs, because PPSHs gimp your long range.
Yeah.
STGs, they do a little bit, but they more than make up for it. It's pretty much always worth going. I mean, I would always go for it. Maybe he kind of thinks they're weaker than what they actually are. Again, this is his first time playing it.
Maybe he just forgot about them. That's another reason as well. I wouldn't be, if I hadn't played Babylon's Premium mode, I wouldn't be ready to upgrade my bolts with STGs. But, you know, it's all G, and the Panzer IV has arrived. Machine should be fairly well set up for it. We'll see how it goes. Still for Ken ready. That's nice. Ooh, button as well. Button inside the Raketten range, but the Raketten misses. Penetrates that one. Maybe one more shot. No luck. Okay. Could have potentially been a dead Panzer IV there. Faust going to be coming out on the T-70 as well. Panzer IV rotating up for this one. Is actually quite low though. We'll just see that the machine managed to reface this gun in time. If he predicts this, maybe he will, maybe he won't.
So this is a bit of a mistake.
Oh no!
I meant to reface it, but
no!
I sent it, yeah, way too up.
Was that the misclick? Or?
No, that wasn't.
Oh man!
It wasn't the misclick. No, I mean, I get one shot off here, but it's out of the range now. Yeah, I mean, that should have just been a reface. That was a mistake.
You would have killed the P4 as well, man. That's unlucky.
Sorry, Blake.
It's okay.
Sorry.
I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed, but that's alright. I'm disappointed like a parent is disappointed in there. So
B not good enough for you?
It's
What, A minus, not
exactly.
an
A minus, not an A. That's it. Still a decent effort though, and it's respectable.
I left it on attack ground. I think it does that for like 30 seconds. It attacks the ground there.
What a waste of ammunition. Mother Russia is not impressed. On the right-hand side, fuel decaps are always important at any stage in the game, and an MG still as well. So
Oh yeah, that was wiped.
you're adding to your support weapons, courtesy of Burmie, really, during this game machine. You don't have to build a lot.
Also, what do we do when we're not massive casuals?
What do we do? What? Oh, we blow up Rex machine.
Yeah, blow up Rex. Prevent the salvage. So, yeah, building an SU-85 now because this Panzer IV is a bit of a problem. And kind of with this commander, I don't have any call-ins, so you really have to rely on SU-85s. And there's a couple of reasons why I went this commander. You asked me that earlier, I kind of forgot to mention it. This is a really open map, so obviously it's a good map for SU-85s. But secondly, the fact that SU-85s are buffed anyway, they're much stronger now. They have a slower rate of fire and they cost more, but they have much better penetration. They have a slightly better traverse. The Vet 2 bonus is now a penetration bonus rather than accuracy, so they actually scale incredibly well. And you know, they're tank destroyers. They destroy tanks. They work against Panthers, Tigers. I'd say they're actually less effective against Panzer IVs because of the slower rate of fire, especially at Vet 2. But they still have the better penetration, which will help against the P4, combined with the armored skirts especially. So SU-85's arrived.
Here we go. Should be taking some shots. Oh, nice. The machine's actually going in for this one. Then just get the first shot off. That means the nade will hopefully connect here. Yes, it does indeed. The machine's going to keep chasing this one. SU-85 point blank range going to penetrate another shot. And this gun took another shot as well. The Rocket set up on the side, and the Faust comes out from the bolts. Well timed as well. SU-85 going to start backing away. Can I get one more shot on the P4? It's still in range.
Dishonor!
SU-85 brings dishonor, as does the Rocket, bouncing the shot on the SU-85. The SU-85 has to get out of there. The MG needs to set up from the machine.
I don't think it bounced though. It was just that low.
Okay. Focus the Rocket machine! Don't bring yourself dishonor! Okay, you dropped the model. Hey!
The mortar comes through.
Mortar got it. That was pretty hype. Okay, I'm down for that machine. I'm down for that.
Okay, the reason why I blow this strafe is because I thought he was going to actually recrew that and then just kill the SU-85. And I get the SU-85. I duke out of the arc as well on the side there. But yeah, that was kind of just preventing him from recrewing. Even though the MG was, I kind of just panicked and threw it down. I didn't want to lose SU-85.
Which is a fair call. Better to blow munitions than not lose SU-85s.
Oh, the skill plane crashed in my base.
Lovely. At least your guards are going to be keeping warm. What a reminder of cold tech. So still the guards out. Machine seeming to have a fairly well-rounded composition. Obviously going to be adding on more tanks. Do you add on a T-34-76?
So I was a little bit confused here because I had a few options. I could go another squad of guards. I could go another mortar. I could go a howitzer even if I wanted to, but they're kind of bad. Also, in this situation, okay, so I have two AT guns, Rocket and Zis, and an SU-85.
Plenty, yeah.
I don't need any more AT. I just destroy it. It's not gonna help. So
yeah, and at this point, not worth adding on another SU-85 either, unless more stuff shows up from Burmie. Again, just more than enough AT. Okay. T-70 would have been an interesting choice.
I mean, I was considering because the T-70 it has a way better anti-infantry and it's cheaper manpower-wise. But I ultimately, I go for a T-34-76, as you'll see in a moment here, once I afford it. Because it's going to help me trade against the Panzer IV, because then you can actually use it as a meat shield to soak up damage for the SU-85. You can use it to force away infantry. And also, I mean, this bloody flag half-track, man. It just sits behind the hedge and I can't kill it. I don't know, I can probably attack around through that, but... Yeah, so I kind of want that also for the reason, too, that I can kind of deal with this flak half-track. So I hit the dirt here, because I know he's firing at me with the flak half-track.
My self-5 was because I predicted the T-34-76. I'm quite glad I can still work out unit compositions. That's a good thing.
Which has been buffed in this, remember.
It has indeed, yeah.
It's still pretty awful, but I would never build it in retail.
It's notably better.
Better anti-infantry with the MGs, better rate of fire, I think better... I can't remember what else. It's buffed in 3 ways.
Wow. Your cons actually won that engagement.
Oh yeah, dude.
Running up to Obers.
I mean, it was a Vet 1 Ober. If it was Vet 2, maybe not. But I Ura'd up, you just hit the dirt, giving that light cover at close range with PPSHs.
Dude, that mine though, what do you think this is, retail?
That one?
No, the one that you were building.
Oh, right.
That's like squad white bait, like all going for a squad bait, but I was finding a nice flank onto the MG here actually. Gonna throw the nade down. They'll give the P4 more mobility if this has to reface.
It's being repaired though.
It's currently being repaired. Okay, yeah, would have been nice, but 2 squads of Sturm Pioneers, more than enough repairs for Burmie.
Now remember, Sturm Pioneers can get Shreks in this build. Oh. Yeah, they can definitely get Shreks. Maybe you can't get both? Or in that order or something?
Yeah, that might be right.
Okay, whatever.
Let's say change it, which I don't think they did.
Yeah,
Let's say missed a change. Maybe you can't...
I think if you get the Shrek first, maybe, then you can get the thing as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is actually a little bit dangerous. You get Fausted here on the side.
Wow. Get out of position. Like this. Backing away. Getting Artie called down on top, though.
Yeah, that's a zeroing Artie. That's deadly, man.
It's dangerous. S75 still bugging out here. Volts managed to deny the Raketten as well. Is he going to drive into his own zeroing Artie, or...?
I don't think it'll target his own vehicles, because zeroing Artie pretty sure aims automatically at things.
Yeah. Well, it does attack visual enemy targets, but just if you get a bit too close.
And he's still the Raketten, which is annoying, because I kind of wanted that Raketten. I was
putting a bit of manpower here as well.
I was too busy microing my SU-85. I wasn't really watching that. Yeah, because I'm kind of still not sure what I want. Like, do I want a howitzer? Do I want... I don't know.
At this point, I guess you add on another Zis. And like, oh, you're going for a T-70. I'm surprised you haven't added on a T-70 or T-34 76 yet.
I thought I cancelled this, though.
Indecisive.
Yeah, I cancelled this. This is T-34, then I cancelled the T-70. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, probably could have got out a little bit earlier, but not too bad, so...
Yeah, that was kind of half floating.
You have a lot of
half like there was a big battle and half I was third, I guess. Third, I wasn't sure what to build. So I mean, a lot of fuel here. So it's kind of when you wish you had a call in, but you don't. That's the next truck now. So obviously going for the mech for the King Tiger.
Which makes sense. Burmie also without any nice super uber cool call-ins. Nice P4 micro as well, getting out of 18 range as I say that. Stops. Hero throw. And stuff from the conscripts will at least force their P4 to repair.
A lot of infantry now. We got Vet 5 Volks, which with STGs.
Yeah,
they're so strong with
amazing,
STGs. Yeah. I think it's actually a big detriment. I can't realize that during the game, but yeah, it's a big mistake there, I think. Other than that, yeah, with this flat half tracks, 19 kills, man. It's quite frustrating. And so now I should probably turn off my Steam. But anyway, T-34's on the field now, so you'll see me ping a little bit more aggressively. I can use this to kind of poke at infantry, try and force off squads, and also if I lose a T-34, it's not a big deal. I don't care about the veterancy on this thing. Where my veterans in the Su-85, I do care a lot about this. And also, it's more durable, it's faster, it's more mobile.
So solid stuff. Burmie at the moment looks like he's, I guess, added on another MG there, I think, from the looks of things.
Yeah, he's built 3, because he lost 1 earlier. No, he lost 2 of them, so he's built 4 MGs in total.
Has 2 of them at the moment.
The mine detonates on the Volks, it gets that squad quite low. This bloody house, he keeps using that to spawn across.
Yeah.
But now, yeah, the guards focusing the obers, they have to retreat, so... You know, this mortar's been shelling the entire time.
Yeah, hitting with Veterancy 2 now certainly has helped against these support weapons. It's a nice choice. Have you considered Katusha, given how these engagements are looking, or... I mean, just to round out your pop cap, if nothing else, I mean, it's going to be pretty safe with an S-85 and double T-34.
Yeah, Katusha would certainly be a good choice. I mean, I kind of don't want to spoil it, but I do build a Katusha eventually.
Okay.
You kind of asked me, like, I had to spoil that, right? Because you asked me. Oh yeah, I knew how clunky these were. I mean, they were together. That was just
yeah, I was just wondering about your thought process at this point of the game, since we've got the opportunity to actually ask the player what his thought process was.
I mean, I was concerned about another tank. I mean, look at his fuel. I haven't seen his mech at this stage, so he may go for a Panther or like something like that. So Katusha, it's a little bit more dangerous. And even then, I was like, do I want a howitzer or a Katusha? In the end, I go Katusha as I said, and because I think a howitzer just costs too much manpower and it's just not as good. You can't get those minimum range scatters like you can.
We're actually going in with a P4. It's an interesting personal choice by Burmie. Trying to strafe around. Penetration's not going to matter, at least for the P4. He should be penetrating pretty consistently this close. Machine looks for the rear armor. Rear armor for rear armor. You're actually going to lose this so hard. You didn't... Oh, what did you do? What are you doing?
I did nothing wrong there.
Yeah.
That was, I bounced
I'm not
and I
talking
missed
to you.
twice.
I was talking to the T-34, not you, dude.
See,
yeah.
I'm mad. Look how mad
I'm sorry.
I am.
I'm
salty right
I should
now.
clarify my statement. I was mad at the T-34, not at the machine.
At minimum range bounce followed by 2 minimum range misses.
Miss bounce.
Yeah, and that's a
why.
Vet 3
Yeah.
P4, so that's actually quite frustrating because now I'm a little bit worried because the P4 is actually pretty decent against SU-85 because SU-85, even at Vet 2, the rate of fire is not as great as you're used to, especially not the Vet 2. And so if you flank that with a P4, you can kill it pretty quickly. It's a pretty good rate of fire, especially when it gets to Vet 3. More accuracy. So I'm a little bit worried here because now I'm kind of like, do I go another SU-85?
You lost your veterancy on the Ziscan as well.
Yeah, that was annoying. Yeah, I tried it. It almost survived, but it didn't.
So Burmie, I mean, he's looking pretty good. I'm guessing he's going to go for a KT, and that will round out his composition quite well. It'd be nice to have a Stuka in this situation, given how these engagements are looking and how reliant the machine is on combined arms, but the KT overall will probably be the better choice. Wow, this is bold. Going right with the S85. Doesn't have a strafe available either.
There was a button there. It didn't last very long though because it was max range.
Gonna keep chasing. The Rocket doesn't set up in time. S85 got to be careful. Machine backs off, which is intelligent.
It survives.
Yeah. What do you know?
God damn it, P4.
Yeah, it was that deep is about as far as you want to go when you don't know if there's S1s and you have no sweeper available and there's a Rocket setting up in front of you.
Well, and even if I trade it, it's technically cost efficient, but this Vet 3 SU-85 is so much more important than the P4. That's easily replaceable. SU-85 is replaceable monetarily, but having a Vet 3 tank destroyer is going to really help because I know this King Tiger's coming.
Yeah. Okay, so Coh2 shot. I like this. Solid choice from the machine. Has enough fuel in this situation as well to go for an additional tank if the KT shows up now that you scouted the mechanized, which is the pretty obvious choice here. So the caddy is an excellent choice. I'm a fan. I like a machine. I'm okay with this. You're allowed to go Katusha in this game. It's okay.
Oh, block of mine.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, shoot mine.
If we keep ignoring Fortune, he may just stop liking us.
It doesn't show up on the OBS anyway. So.
Oh, it doesn't. You're right.
Yeah.
No, okay. So there was Steam chat. Yeah, that's actually one difference between OBS and Fraps. Anyway. So at this stage, I'm actually quite low behind in VPs. And that's bad. Like, you shouldn't be doing that as an allied player, especially.
We'll look into it. Yeah, it's 226 VPs for the machine. 408 from Burmie. Man, balls deep SU-85s. This is intense.
Notice I popped tracking rather than focus
What?
sight.
Oh, I did get it. Okay, I thought it did.
Okay, see, I moved the T-34 in, so the Panzer headquarters would fire at the SU-85.
Nice. Oh, and you get the flank half track as well. Beautiful play from the machine.
Now, the reason why I went that balls deep is because I know I forced away the Raketten.
Yeah.
The Raketten had to retreat. That's why I committed with SU-85.
Nice stuff. Solid engagement. I'm enjoying my chance to play by play as well.
Oh, that's good.
It's almost surprising to having
Just do it more
doing
because you
play
keep
by play.
waiting for me to say something, and
Company
I'm
of
like,
Heroes 2, so. It's because you always play by play Company of Heroes 2. It's a big change for me. It's different. It's unusual. Yeah. I'm getting into it. I'm feeling it.
So I know the King Tiger is coming. It's obvious. So you would kind of think, man, I want another tank destroyer, but I have a Vet 3 SU-85. I do not need another tank destroyer. All I really want now is more support for my tank destroyer. I want meat shields to soak up the damage. I want to force away infantry squads. If this was the retail patch where the SU-85s are terrible, then I would build a second one. But in this situation, no. I mean, it's Vet 3. It's all I need. So I go for the barrage here, minimum range, or close to minimum range.
Smart play there by Burmie. He actually dodges forward. Happened to be lucky because he was just attack moving the MG, but you never want to get halfway through a barrage and then retreat back through it again. That's never a good idea.
Okay, I wasn't quite watching that, that's why I missed the retreat.
You also have to remember that Ura actually stops your DPS for a second while they put up their hands in the air, so...
Put your hands in
the air and stop firing at the retreating MG.
Okay, all that.
Yeah.
So, a bit of a misplay here. I retreated this far too late. I mean, like, the caddy barrage and stuff, like, that was less important than repairing this SU-85. Because with the King Tiger on the field, that's a problem. If he fully committed and my SU-85 wasn't repaired, that could have gone really badly. So I should have repaired that quicker. Also, I captured this with the engineers, and I mean that was maybe a bit of a mistake because I should have repaired the SU-85, but I didn't want to use my gun because I wanted the button. I wanted to keep that button like at full health.
Also, a less expensive reinforce, though, a smaller factor in that decision.
Engineers are less more to reinforce than conscripts, though.
Not than guards, though. So.
Yeah, not than guards, yeah.
Not than guards in that situation. So KT is here. See how the machine decides to play this one out. Run, T-34, run! You're too small to take this engagement. Wow. KTs are great. Oh, we're actually going for the button there. Takes another shot. This gun's going to be going in. T-34 is actually going to be diving on this one. The machine wants the engagement. Where the hell's the SU-85? Doesn't even matter. The machine's going for it. SU-85 is still back at base. And going balls in with T-34s. Gets one of them out of the way here. Going to be throwing down another one. Here comes the strafe from the machine as well. T-34 going to keep going in. Why is it still going in? What is going on here? I don't understand. He's going to keep shooting the arc. Can he get out of here? Oh, you're going to hit a mine. Rest in peace.
See, it was perfectly calculated. Yeah. Apart from that bloody mine.
Why did he go in though?
Yeah, it was a bit of a mistake. I shouldn't have gone in without this 35. I don't know. I just kind of panicked and went in, and it would have been fine if it wasn't that bloody mine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I kind of panicked because I buttoned it, so I was actually go in, and then halfway through I was like,
oh, that's a bad idea.
And I couldn't disengage.
Yeah.
But I think I microed that fine, just that mine
You
blow
did,
up.
yeah. At least you committed to it and dodged the turret from the KT.
This one survived,
so,
remember?
Yeah,
I mean, I juked behind the hedge.
And
so,
that was the vetted one, wasn't it? So,
that was a vetted one.
Yeah.
Not that it matters on these piece of shit tanks.
Bro, the slightly buffed piece of shit tanks, I'll have you know. Please check your privilege.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, one advantage is I was like, yeah, his King Tiger is going to be low now. Just kidding, because he has double Sturm Pioneers and he has the mech truck.
So no way. Annoying. Already free veterancy, so you can't farm any more of that up on the issue.
Yeah, that's the worst, hey, it's the worst.
If only I had more veterancy. Why am I playing OKW with Young Panzer IVs? Alright, so Caddy Barrage on the repairing Sturm Pioneers, I take it, which will end up missing.
It was the Rocket.
Oh wow, actually. Okay, the Rocket, that works, so yeah, nice.
Yeah, he retreats through it.
See, that's the problem. You never want to do that. Don't retreat back through it. You take more damage from the barrage. You keep moving or stand still. There are other options.
I think I blow it up with SU-85. Yeah, the Rocket's gone. Blow it up.
Right, so Burmie, he's looking pretty good. I mean, he has the KT. Probably wants a bit of support for this, especially with the SU-85 on the field. I'd say P4 would be a nice choice, would give him control over a couple of VPs here and would spread out the AT from the machine without the potential to dive, given the T-34s don't have a lot of damage output, even against the P4s, and the King Tiger is quite hard to dive as well. I would like to see a P4 come out here from Burmie to round out his composition. In the middle. Caddy Barrage currently on cooldown. I don't see an MGB set up. Not sure what the KT's doing. He's going for a few hedge crushes from the looks of things. Probably in your favour, if anything, machine. KT's going to be naded here. There's a damage engine. T-34's actually going in. Going to find the flank. Finds the rear armor as well. Minimum range bounce. What else are you going to get? The S-35 actually going to miss here. T-34 probably going to take another shot from the KT. S-35 potentially could be fausted here, but it's not within damage threshold yet. There hasn't been enough damage output. There's a zeroing Artie as well going to be added in. Yeah,
couldn't Faust because he was pinned.
Pin on the squad. S-35 still firing. King Tiger hasn't taken a shot yet. The Faust isn't going to do anything here.
It's on sight mode, so I can see this distance.
Focus sight, going to keep firing. There's another shot off. Faust doesn't connect unless another squad comes through. King Tiger's really low. Damage engine, focus sight. The machine's going to take
nowhere
this
to
one
go.
out. There we go. Out of control and it's down. Pretty big mistake from Burmie. Goes way too aggressive when he couldn't see the conscript squad. And what?
Zeroing Artie, man.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I should have tried going forward a little bit.
Burmie even types worth in the chat. See, what I was going to say is probably not worth for Burmie because he's lost a King Tiger in this situation, but then he typed worth. Good stuff, machine. Yeah, if you didn't type it in chat, it's not worth.
See, personally, I thought it was worth.
Yeah.
But obviously, I was wrong because Burmie said it was worth.
Burmie said it was worth, man. You were wrong.
It's like, when else have you heard a player say that? Oh, well, I lost my King Tiger, but it was worth it because I killed your SU-85.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't sound right, but it's clearly accurate. Once you type worth in the chat, any type of casting just goes out the window, and you just have to say, yeah, that was so super worth. Bet 3 so stronger than before, even before. Yeah, that's true. Bet 3, I remember using even retail. Bet 3 SUD5s. It was a nice experience.
They fire turbo mode fast, but they just pen like never. I think they maybe get better pen at Vet 3 or something. I know that Jackson does.
Those Strumpanties are roasting. Zeroing Artie against that SUD5 though. Remind me never to have a tank.
I mean, it is 300 munitions though, to be fair. Okay, so one thing I should criticize Burmie on, he should be spamming S-mines everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, there should be S-mines all over the field. He has the munitions, he has the Volks for it. S-mines, bruh. Even an MG bunker, like, he has the resources.
Could be nice.
Great news, Blake. My T-34 is Vet 2. Wow, cool,
Wow,
wow.
cool, wow. Wow, dude. Let me read it out. Wow. Let me read out the veterancy. Wow. Hover over it. Battle hardened crews gain better control of the vehicle's main gun, improving targeting and rate of fire.
Wow.
Does that mean it's not going to bounce anymore?
No, it'll still bounce every time at minimum range.
Right,
okay, no,
enough.
actually, to be fair,
Maybe we won't miss it minimum
in
range.
this mod, they've nerfed the rear armor on all heavies. So if you get a rear armor on a King Tiger, you will penetrate that.
Yeah.
Whereas previously, the rear armor still had a high chance to bounce. MG got wiped though by the mortar. It's okay, it's not a King Tiger.
Gonna be urarring for it. Okay, yeah, so Burmie goes for the KT. However, that's all of his fuel blown. 212 EPs for the machine, 361 for Burmie. So Burmie has time to play with. Has to keep this KT alive though. He has he's pretty low in terms of wow, we're gonna lose that MG. No way that gets out of there, man. No way.
You bet.
Oh, come on. I suppose one of the squads was suppressed, to be fair. But now the conscript's closing in. Machine's unit preservation has just been generally better. Burmie has lost a fair few squads and several MGs. It's a third MG he's lost in this game. KT. Might be going for this one.
On the tracks.
That's another. Oh, that's brutal. KT might even go for this one. Could even find the Katusha. Machine's microing it away. Lucky miss. KT. How far is he going to go here? Going to start backing away now. Bounces upon bounces. AT grenades going to be coming through, but the SU-85 is way too low to go in for this one, surely. T-34 actually decides to go in.
I forgot it was there. I was too busy microing the SU-85, and now I send it in to try and flank this one.
No. Not this time. Burmie, successful micro around the victory point. Will actually take out the T-34. So it gets a swaggy last shot off.
What was that about the SU-85 being too low?
Oh, there's no way you go in with this, man. Oh, real? Okay, the machine decides to go in for this one. Burmie, he doesn't have enough munitions for another zeroing Artie. The conscript's going to follow this one up. Maybe A, take damage, keep vision for the SU-85, and potentially get another land off. They're going to have to retreat now. Ziska, will it get a shot off? Probably out of range now. SU-85 still chasing. Oh, Ziska actually hits here the SU-85 as well. There goes the KT. However, an abandoned SU-85.
I beat him to it. I beat him to it. I was in such a haste to type in worth that I couldn't spell it right.
Dude, how else will he know if it's worth or not, though? You didn't do that very quickly, though. Some people would have saved the Zisk gun, but the machine's like, nah, man, gotta type worth in the chat. There are more important things in this game. Now Burmie's in an absolutely horrible position. Has some VPs, but very low on squads. No fuel for another King Tiger. This is not a situation I would like to be in. Matt, I didn't think you'd go with that SUD5. I didn't think you were baller enough, so, yeah.
I mean, you have 15 range advantage, so as long as you don't get too close, which I ultimately, in the end, I did, you can outrange it. It's just that there isn't much room for error, but yeah, there's a 15 range advantage, as long as you have the sight mode popped, or you have something else giving you better range.
Machine's in a nice spot here. Still has just more capping squads, which is always important at this point in the game. Conscripts has the NGs for the repairs as well. Still has the Katusha alive. That's going to keep putting the pressure on as well. There goes another squad from Burmie. This game's looking over. And noobs don't destroy Rex. Wait, hang on. Wait, pros destroy Rex. I'm going to go with
Pros don't leave Rex?
Pros don't leave Rex. Yeah, exactly.
Noobs don't destroy Rex, yeah. Took me a long time though to kill that Rex.
It does.
I mean, T-35s are so bad, they can't even kill Rex properly. Yeah, look at this. I mean, before I made a comment about Burmie's swag points, because Burmie's notoriously been a player with maximum swag points. Remember he did the Doge truck against Paul?
Yeah.
And yeah.
Dude, I think that's the first time we've seen an over squad damage a T-34. See, if only he called Worth now. He dropped the... See, this is just bad prioritization. The Obers should have kept a hold of the PTRS. Instead, they keep a hold of the LMG. Like, come on. That's not what you want. So, yeah.
I thought it was a PTRS.
No,
yeah,
not,
you're right.
yeah.
So this bloody Panzer headquarters is making me mad, though. I get triggered by this every time. Because I just want to cap this fill in the VP. The Panzer headquarters is like, no.
Nope. Can't do it.
Also, Burmie's a massive scrub. Oh, no, that is salvaged.
Yeah.
Okay,
salvaged,
he must salvage that one.
Yeah.
I think this one is still...
Do you take it back? Is he pro now?
Here.
Yeah.
No, he is a pro, of course he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that King Tiger is salvageable, though. I think that's it.
What happened to the S285 in the
Oh,
end?
and this.
Was it... What happened to it? Oh, you still haven't grabbed it yet. Should send a conscript squad over to repair that. In before the steel... Yeah. In before the steel swag shot into the Katusha from Burmie. So what was the massive misclick from you?
Yeah, you'll see it.
Oh, okay, we're not even there yet. Okay,
he almost got my Katusha. Yeah. That was very close. The T-34 accidentally kills the wreck. I'm trying to focus the Sturm Pioneers. I was a little bit annoyed there.
That was it, was it? Or
the misclick?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, come on,
that wasn't a misclick. That was the AI.
That was AI.
Like firing at the Sturm Pioneers. And yeah, that mortar shell, man. Raketans.
Yeah, Petri mortars are nice. It was a nice choice going for the mortar.
I almost went double mortar, and I think it would have been a good idea as well if I did.
Could have worked, yeah. There were a lot of different unit compositions that could have worked. Oh, solid choice from Burmie. There's no chance to save from another KT. Goes for a Jagdpanzer 4. This is a chance to put him back in the game. Look towards the VPs. He's not completely out of this game. He's just in a really, really rough position. The Jagdpanzer 4 probably won't turn this around.
The misclick of all misclicks!
Whoa, Katusha, what are you doing there? That is not your...
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
I have no idea why and how that happened. I just looked over and there was a Katusha trying to 1v1 Panzer headquarters.
You shouldn't do that. German do not recommend you try and use the Katusha's main gun, which is literally a driver leaning outside of the cabin and shooting.
I didn't realize I almost denied this Jagdpanzer. This is actually really close. I had no idea. I just wanted to kill it because it was annoying me. So I actually put this strafe down to prevent the Raketen. Goes for the Volks instead, though.
Nice. So yeah, the Panzer headquarters is going to be sniped down. Going to limit the taking choices. However, one of the T-34s does go down. It has full on Jagdpanzer 4s here. This is a chance for Burmie to turn the game around. That's another shot. Oh wow, the machine is not microing this T-34.
I thought it was a shot blocker. I didn't quite realize it could fire through that.
Yeah.
I thought I was blocked off there. I wanted to blow up because it's 12 fuel if you salvage that.
You thought the open shed was a shot blocker?
Yeah, I mean from this perspective, from this camera though. Like when you zoom in, it's obvious. But kind of looking from here, I didn't think you could shoot through that. That's a little bit annoying.
Could this be the comeback from Burmie? That's the real question I want to ask. 300 VPs. He's still in with a shot here. A pretty slim shot. But a shot nonetheless. Jagdpanzer 4 can't go too aggressive. There is certainly the threat of mines still. It also won't contribute at all to these infantry engagements. This is not a situation for a T-70 to be in. Brutal.
Yeah, that mortar there. 23 kills. He's even trying to 1v1 the Jagdpanzer.
So, I take it you go for another Su-85 here, maybe? Play around with the Jagdpanzer 4?
Yeah.
I don't know what the matchup's like now.
So... I mean, I haven't quite compared them, but I would say the Jagdpanzer would definitely 1v1 the Su-85. Because remember, the Su-85...
Rate of fire.
I say this now, it's got less rate of fire and more pen. The penetration doesn't really matter, though. Like, even in the old build, in the current retail build, you would penetrate the Jagdpanzer most of the time.
Yeah.
And the Jagdpanzer has better sight, because you have the cone sight permanently fixed without nerfing the speed. But then, an Su-85 is going to have a better time penning a Tiger more than a Jagdpanzer would pen a IS-2, or even comparing the Su-85 V Panther to the Jagdpanzer vs Comet. So it's I mean you can argue either way which one's better, but in terms of the 1v1 itself, I would definitely say the Jagdpanzer.
Yeah. Good at different things.
But the 1v1 isn't really the priority. It's a tank destroyer.
Yeah. Oh, Zeriati from Burmie, hey, why not?
He's desperate. He wants this fuel back for his King Tiger, plus the VP as well. So, I mean, it was a big spend of munitions, but I think it was actually a good situation to split.
Force off 3 squads, and in a situation where you are low on squads, that's a nice use of munitions, I agree with Machine. Going a little bit aggressive with the Volts, though. Oh, Jagdpanzer 4, T-70 has to back away from this. Might get another shot off here. No, just has to back away. I'm not sure if it had vision there. So, Burmie just needs to get his squad count back up and running again. As for the machine, has gone for an SU-85. Correct choice, I feel. That doesn't have a lot of support for it yet. Has a bit of fuel in the bank. Not another wipe. The T-70 was actually turns out to be a good choice, considering how low Burmie was on squads. Not that you knew that. You had some idea.
The T-70 is just too fast for this Jagdpanzer to really deal with.
I want to see a big epic tank battle machine. We get to see at least a small engagement. I hope so. I want to see a battle. Machine's going for another tank here. T-34, 76 going to be out in the field. We'll round out this competition quite nicely once again. Much closer on 73 pop cap with that T-34 compared to the 41 of Burmie here. That's about the fifth MG that Burmie's lost as well this game. Legitimately, I'm not even joking. That's the fifth MG he's lost.
Is there a rocket in here? Want to keep playing with GG, and I was like, yeah, just GG. I mean, this game is clearly over.
Yeah.
And it's only a custom game, so it doesn't really matter. At this stage, it's pretty obvious I'm going to win this game. So
I don't think there's a lot of comeback mechanics.
No, there's not.
Here.
I mean, like if he went King Tiger, but he went Jagdpanzer, and he kind of had to go Jagdpanzer as well. So I think he's just trying to swag points here.
Yeah. Brutal. I want to see just the T-70 take it out. Take the Su-85 out of the equation. I want to see 1v1.
What we should have done is actually have a 1v1 between the tank destroyer and see who wins. I mean, there's still obviously going to be...
I'm sure it would have been the Jagdpanzer 4.
Yeah, there's still a lot of RNG to decide it, but probably the Jagdpanzer 4. GG.
GG indeed. Cool game, Machine. Well played.
Yeah, I think it was a fun game, actually. I think... Yeah, Burmie definitely should have got STGs, should have got more S-mines. I think, I mean, those are like the bigger mistakes, really.
Yeah, you had a bit of a float for a while. That was probably a bit of a problem. Though you rectified it and ended up with a pretty nice, well-rounded unit composition.
Oh, no, what I was going to say. We were talking about this after the game. So, because my Su-85 was basically Vet 3 from that Panzer 4, it actually probably was a bad idea going for the King Tiger. What I would have suggested instead is double P4. Because Su-85, I mean, its rate of fire is still pretty bad. It's a pretty weak tank. It's still not particularly mobile, though it does get a bit better mobility at Vet 3. If he swarmed 2 P4s at an Su-85, regardless of Vet 3, it's going to kill it. It's just going to die.
I mean, it's a possibility, but you have to consider mines as well. You had a really decent amount of map control, and you weren't using the Su-85... Well, I was going to say you weren't using it aggressively, but that was you weren't until you weren't using it aggressively until the King Tiger showed up.
Yeah.
You weren't diving in after the P4, for example. So, yeah.
Because say if he didn't lose that first P4, if he got a second P4 immediately, he could have had that very early on. Remember, he won his mech truck as well. He could have had 2 P4s very early on. He knew my commander because I had PPSHs and guards, so he knew I had no call-ins. So if he just kept spamming Panzer 4s, he probably would have been okay.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah, it could have worked. Especially given he had the VP lead as well. Would have been hard for you to force those off.
Because T-34s suck balls against P4s. And Su-85s are obviously good, but you can play around that. Something that he could have done as well is Shreks on his Sturm Pioneers. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get them, though, despite what the UI isn't showing us.
Under that impression.
Let's go ahead and just really quickly test this, so we don't look like idiots, because I'm pretty sure you can get them. But, I mean, obviously, if he sends 2 P4s in against my entire army, yeah, he'll lose it. But if he attacks in conjunction with, Volks for a Faust and some squads to decrew my Zis.
And could have rounded out his composition as well with a Stuka, and that could have forced your, due to PopCap, like with PopCap, he could have gone Stuka after that, in terms of if the game dragged out a bit, because with the King Tiger and the P4, that would have rounded out the PopCap, but 2 P4s and a Stuka would have done the same thing in that situation.
Because mine would have killed so much, but I just think if he went 2 or 3 P4s, that may have actually done it.
Or, 3 P4s is another option as well, so...
Panther probably would have sucked balls against Su-85.
Definitely, yeah. The King Tiger is better in that situation than the Panther is, so...
It's just like very, very quickly... how do we do this? Online, custom game.
You remember to launch May Balance.
Yeah, I think I have it on by default. But anyway, I mean, that's going to wrap up the video unless anyone wants to particularly watch us do this. So, thanks for watching. It was a good game, actually. I really enjoyed that. It was pretty exciting, in like the King Tiger trades were so tense that, you know, they could have swung either way. And I just love how more consistent the SU-85 is.
Yeah.
Because before, it was such an RNG cannon. The rate of fire was so much that it was potentially the most DPS effective tank in the game.
Yeah.
But realistically, the penetration was so bad that it could also be the worst.
Yeah, it was a huge problem. It's just, you never know whether to build one. It's like, am I having a good RNG day or a bad RNG day? Is my SU-85 going to bounce every shot or penetrate consistently? You just never knew. And most of the time, as you were saying, it would bounce. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm just glad tank destroyers penetrate now.
Yeah, tank destroyers working as intended. I just think, I mean, there's some of the weaknesses such as Ricketts and such. Yeah, so you can get Shrek 90.
Yeah.
But maybe you have to get the Shrek
Which
before you
order
get...
it is, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, well, that'll wrap us up for now. So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed the cast, something a little bit different. I mean, we were a little bit kind of out of our normal routine because, of course, like, he was hyping. So there was a bit of, like, uncertainty. But
I feel like I eventually worked it out.
Oh, you got there
which
in the
is
end.
fun.
Yeah, well
So
done.
I remembered my old school
League of Legends play-by-play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
good times.
Throwing it down.
So make sure you subscribe to the channel for more Company of Heroes action if you haven't done so already. And if you do want to support us, you can please do so via Patreon. We are posting videos every day. It's a full-time endeavor for us, so we would greatly appreciate the support of our most loyal fans.
We entirely rely on it. So yeah, it is fantastic if you can donate. Would be fantastic. And thank you very much for joining us on this journey through GGTheMachine's game. They're always fun. It's been a while since we've done one.
I'm so keen for this new patch.
Yeah.
I hope it comes soon. It's not going to be until the end of June, which is quite frustrating, actually.
It's not too long, so yeah.
All right, I'll see you later, guys.
Bye. And I don't want to be false or sugarcoated at all.
All right.
I just get it on the mic and spit, and whether you'd like to admit it,
All right.
spitting it better than half of you rappers out there.
All
There
right.
we go. Okay, that's my line. I'm throwing it down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to